This exhibit presents an autoethnographic journey through 5 stages of emotional processing following my husband's stroke. Through printmaking, songwriting, ceramics, watercolor, and metalsmithing, the work explores shock, fear, surrender, peace, and hope. Stage 1. Shock and fear, the disruption of normalcy. Quiet, it comes. Printmaking. This stage represents the immediate aftermath of witnessing my husband's stroke. It was marked by shock, fear, confusion, anger, and the inability to comprehend what was happening. Time collapsed into the present moment, and my thoughts were dominated by intrusive questions about death, loss, and the sudden fragility of the future. My body responded with agitation, shallow breathing, pacing, and an urge to look away from what I was seeing. To express this emotional stage, I turned to printmaking. I created an image of a moth, a symbol I associated with quiet intrusion and mortality. The moth's wings carry emotional dualities, anger on one side and sadness on the other. This reflects the internal conflict I experienced as I oscillated between disbelief and terror. The piece captures how trauma can arrive silently, yet alter one's internal world instantly. Stage 2. Spiritual bargaining, the cry for control. Take It All Away, original songwriting. This stage emerged during the car ride to the hospital when I was overwhelmed by the helplessness and fear. My thoughts were consumed by unanswered questions about survival, disability, and the future. In this moment, my need for control transformed into spiritual bargaining as I was pleading, questioning, and crying out loud. I expressed this stage through songwriting. Water became the central symbol, representing both life and the sensation of drowning. I wrote lyrics and melody intuitively, allowing fragmented thoughts and emotions to surface. The chorus functions as an emotional climax, a plea to God, while the verses reflect questions asked without space for answers. The song captures the vulnerability of reaching for meaning when control is lost. Stage 3. Surrender and letting go, embracing life's fragility. The fragility of life, ceramics. This stage marks a turning point between resisting uncertainty and accepting it. Faced with the realization that I could not control the outcome of my husband's condition, I chose to surrender the desire for control and accept whatever outcome might come. This was one of the most difficult decisions I had to make, but it surprisingly brought an unexpected sense of peace. To symbolize this surrender, I created a ceramic sculpture representing soap bubbles, objects that are inherently fragile, out of stoneware, a strong and permanent material. The contrast reflects my understanding that life is both delicate and resilient. A single isolated bubble represents the loneliness I felt during this stage, while the clustered forms reflect interconnectedness. The piece embodies acceptance, surrender, and the reverence for life's fragility. Stage 4. Grounded in the present, finding peace. Drops of Heaven, watercolor. This stage represents a period of calm presence amid uncertainty while my husband was in ER and ICU. Although the future was still unknown, I experienced a grounded sense of peace rooted in faith rather than certainty. I focused on the present moment rather than potential outcomes. I expressed this stage through watercolor, using the sky as a symbol of peace. The painting shows clouds that suggest both light after a stormy day, reflecting the coexistence of calm and uncertainty. The small painted skies set within a large blank space represent contained peace within vast unknowns. This peace captures the quiet steadiness I felt while waiting without control. Stage 5. Hope for the future. The Phoenix Egg. Metalsmithing. This stage represents the emergence of hope following my husband's recovery and my reflection on the future. While fear of recurrence remained, I began to shift away from living in constant vigilance towards living with intention and courage. So I chose hope for the future. Hope in this context did not mean certainty, but a willingness to move forward despite uncertainty. I expressed this stage through metalsmithing by creating the Phoenix Egg. The clear quartz stone symbolizes the egg, while the brass wire wrapped around it represented the fire, a symbol of rebirth and hope. The phoenix is the final metaphor, rebirth through fire and beauty rising from the ashes. This ring represents my acceptance that healing doesn't mean forgetting, but transforming.